How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean. Welcome to the Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer. What we're going to be working on today is our yellow belt, 8th cup sparring combination, our sparring technique. So with this one, we're going to take a few things that we've learned, obviously, from yellow belt and from white belt and put them together, and this is going to be our sparring technique. We're going to start with, it's a two-step with the over-the-shoulder roundhouse and then a step behind side kick. So if we start with the two-step, again, two-step, super important. We're moving that back leg first. That back leg's going to push that front foot out of the way. We're not crossing our feet. We're not cheating with that front foot. So that back foot's going to push that front foot out of the way. There's our two-step. And then we're going to come in with that over-the-shoulder roundhouse. We're going to be going with our back leg. So it's going to be my right leg in this case. Over the shoulder, it's in the name. If you go back a couple videos, we're talking about it's actually going to be coming up and over the shoulder. Some schools we'll call this a question mark kick. So we're coming up and over with that question mark kick or the over the shoulder roundhouse, and then from there into a step behind side kick. I'll start over here so I have a little bit more room. So we're going to go ahead and start with that two-step. Remember, it's important that when we're doing a two-step, we're going to take that back leg, we're going to push the front leg out of the way. So the back leg comes up, pushes that front foot out of the way. Then we're going back leg over the shoulder roundhouse. So it's going to come up with my right leg over the shoulder roundhouse, and we're going to land, a little bit in a cheater step because we're going straight into the step behind side kick. Normally I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend landing in a good fighting stance, always starting and finishing in a good fighting stance. But because of the combination, sometimes it's okay to cheat just a little bit when we're doing a combination like this, that we're going to be in a stance that's more advantageous for the follow-up. So because we know we're going into this, depending on how we're using it or when we're practicing, it might be okay to cheat just a little bit in this stance. And from here, we're going into that step behind side kick. Okay. One thing, as you notice here, this is a very long combination. All right, so I'm using up a lot of space. So again, this is going to be one of those situations where we are chasing somebody. So they could start close, or they could just be a little bit further away where we're using that two-step to close that gap. So that we're going to use the two-step to close that gap. And after the over-the-shoulder roundhouse, they might be moving back with their own two-step, and that's where we're giving chase with that step behind side kick. While they're moving, that's when we want to make contact with the step behind side kick. We don't want to wait for them to move and get set. If we're coming in and they're moving back, I'm going to be the opponent in this case right now. We want to make sure that we're getting them as they're moving. We don't want them to be able to move and get set and be able to counter. Okay, so that would be not ideal. We'll just say that. Okay, so as they're moving, we're going to be following up right away with that step behind side kick. One more time. We're going to go ahead and bring that back foot up, push that front foot out of the way. We're going to go over the shoulder roundhouse, and we're going to land here and step behind side kick as they're moving. Okay, a little bit faster. I'll try and come this way, and maybe we can fit this in. Two-step in, over the shoulder roundhouse, step behind side. All right, we'll go this direction here. Maybe I can make good contact on the bag. That's all the way over there. This will give you an idea how far this can be. Okay, two-step over the shoulder, step behind side. One more time. All right, my opponent's just out of reach here. Two-step over the shoulder, step behind side. And again, from here, two-step over the shoulder, step behind side. There we go. That is going to be our yellow belt sparring technique. Two-step in, over the shoulder roundhouse, and step behind side kick. Hope you learned something. That's all for now. Class dismissed. Have a great rest of your day.